Hey there, it's the team at Fundraise. Today, we're going to talk about a huge question for nonprofits. How do you build a communications plan that actually cuts through all the noise and gets your message heard? Let's get into it.
So does this look familiar? You're posting, you're emailing, you're putting out all this amazing content, but it just feels like you're shouting into a digital black hole. It is incredibly frustrating, I know. But the answer isn't to shout louder, it's to get smarter. And a real communications plan, well, that's what turns all that noise into a clear signal that actually connects with your supporters.
Okay, I know you are so ready to plan for the future, but let's just tap the brakes for 1 second. Believe it or not, the best first step is to look backward. I mean, how can you know where you're going if you don't really understand where you've been?
And the process is actually way more straightforward than it sounds. Just pull up your channels, your social media, your email, your blog, and take a good, honest look at the last 6 to 12 months. Which posts blew up with engagement? Which emails did people actually open? And what just felt completely flat? This isn't about being judgmental, it's about gathering clues.
Okay, this is where the fun really begins. Once you have all that data from your audit, you're not just guessing anymore. Now you're ready to set some really powerful, informed goals for what's next.
And the absolute best way to set goals is to make them smart. That's specific, measurable, achievable, resourced, and time-bound. This simple framework turns a fuzzy wish, like we want more engagement, into a real, actionable goal. Something like, let's increase our Instagram engagement by 15% in the next 90 days by posting 3 video updates every week. See? Now that's a plan.
So you've got your goals. Awesome. Now it's time to get to the real heart of your strategy. A great plan isn't just about what you're doing. It's about who you're talking to and what they really need to hear from you.
And here's the thing, you just can't have one single message for everybody. You've got to segment your audience. Think about it. What a longtime major donor needs to hear is totally different from what a brand new volunteer is looking for. Once you identify those different groups, then you can craft key messages that really resonate with each of them. This is hands down non-negotiable for effective communication.
All right, the strategy is set. You know what worked, you have your SMART goals, and you've mapped out who you're talking to and what you're going to say. Now for the fun part, turning all that great thinking into actual doing.
But wait, before we dive into all the tools and tactics, let's just pause on this for a moment. Your communications plan isn't just a to-do list to check off. At its very core, it's about real human connection.
And this quote from Olga Woltman just says it perfectly. Whether you're writing a quick email or a social media post, the real magic happens when you connect with empathy, when you really try to see things from the perspective of the people you serve.
Now, to make all this feel manageable, try thinking in 90-day sprints instead of trying to plan out a whole year at once. It's so much less overwhelming. You can use simple tools like Asana, Trello, or heck, even a spreadsheet to calendar everything out. Get your campaigns, holidays, and key dates all down on paper so you have a clear roadmap.
Okay, we started with an audit, and we're going to end with measurement. This is so important. This is how you create a cycle where you're always getting better. You have to know if what you're doing is actually working.
So, how do you measure success? With KPIs, or Key Performance Indicators. A good KPI is a super clear, measurable target. So instead of a vague goal like grow our email list, a strong KPI is grow our email list by 20% in the next quarter. See the difference? It's specific, and you know exactly when you've hit your goal.
Honestly, the easiest way to keep an eye on all this is with a dashboard right in your donor CRM. A platform like, say, Fundraise lets you see all your key metrics in one spot. That way, you can track your progress in real time and make smart adjustments when you need to.
Taking just a day or even a few hours to build out this plan will pay off in a huge way, I promise. Your future self is going to thank you for all this clarity and focus. Now, this was just a quick look, so for a full deep dive with even more tips and tricks, click the link in the description to read the complete guide on our blog. Okay, now go get planning.